what other areas, should the restaurant owners be thinking about, whether they're, we've talked a lot about PPP and forgiveness. We've talked a little about ERTC. What other areas should they be, looking at, either things that are going on now or maybe things you guys are seeing that may come down the pike soon? Adam, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I guess one of them is on the infrastructure deal that's currently going through Congress. So right now that's kind of ratcheting back a little bit on the retention tax credit provision. So really putting a cutoff at the end of Q3 as opposed to the end of the year. So that's definitely one thing to keep on your plate. I mean, that's really applicable for really those that are qualifying under the gross receipts test, because a lot of the business disruption, a lot of the government mandates, a lot of them have really subsided greatly since May, June this summer. So definitely something to keep out for. But again, just on really kind of just the math exercise involved with these credits, maybe going to that again, there's so much incentives coming out of Washington and at the state level too, and they're all trying to say, hey, don't double dip on these provisions, right? And so that seems very easy in theory, but I think when they're writing this, that's the intent. They shouldn't have the same dollar twice. But when you go into practice, it's a lot harder than that, right? Because it's just in the payroll world, what we're calculating either like work opportunity tax credits for clients is you can't use that same wage for the WOTC credit as you can use it for PPP, or you can't use it for retention tax credit. So there's a lot of math that's involved, and typically we've seen a lot of our clients, and I think people in general, is they have different solutions, different providers for all of those different kind of credit utilization. So imagine working with 3 or 4 different vendors and saying, okay, well, maybe it doesn't make sense for me to take WOTC on those wages and I put them towards this credit. And so not only do you have a math exercise, you almost have a competing vendor exercise, which is one vendor wants to claim as much credits as they can, and the other one's like, well, hold on, no, it makes more sense for them to claim this one. So that's been an interesting exercise just in and of itself.